Yeah, to Lily, he's the godfather to Lilibet. Tyler Perry, sort of a billionaire, who actually provided Harry and Meghan with somewhere to live when they first came to LA from Canada. He was sued by an actor for sexual harassment. Obviously, no one is saying for a second that this is necessarily true or not true, but it did happen.
He was the billionaire savior who gave Meghan and Harry a place to hide when the world felt like it was closing in. He was their protector, their friend, and the man they asked to be the godfather to their daughter, Lilibet. So why, now that he's facing a jaw-dropping $260 million lawsuit that could shake his entire empire, have the Sussexes gone completely, deafeningly silent? And we're not just talking about a lack of a press release. We're talking about a cold, calculated vanishing act. In this video, we're going to break down the disturbing allegations against Tyler Perry, look at the evidence of how Meghan and Harry have seemingly ghosted the man they once called a hero, and get into the real strategic reason they may have turned their backs on him. A reason that has everything to do with their own survival in Hollywood.
He's being pursued for $260 million for compensation over allegations that his lawyer insists are a shakedown. But quite a big event, and this happened last week. No word whatsoever.
That silence feels like a betrayal, and we're about to explain why. To really get the weight of this, you have to remember just how bad things were for Harry and Meghan. Back in January 2020, they dropped the bomb. They were stepping back as senior royals. They talked about unbearable press intrusion and feeling a total lack of support from the palace. Their escape was chaotic. They fled the UK, first to Canada, but the global media found them almost right away. They were exposed, vulnerable, and as Meghan said, totally terrified. That's when Tyler Perry stepped in. He wasn't just some casual acquaintance, he was a lifeline. What's wild is that, as Meghan later revealed, they had never even met in person. Perry had just sent her a note before her 2018 wedding, telling her he was praying for her. From that one act of kindness, a powerful friendship was born.
Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lily, his goddaughter. Obviously, I was unhappy with the way he went after the British royal family in Harry and Meghan's Netflix series. That really upset me. Tyler Perry was one of the few A-listers who loudly defended Harry and Meghan after the Oprah interview.
With the Sussexes stranded, no security, and no safe place to land, Perry made an incredible offer, his $18 million Beverly Hills mansion, with its own private security team, all for them. In their Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan called it bliss. For 6 weeks, nobody knew they were there. It was the sanctuary they were desperate for. Perry didn't just give them a roof over their heads, he gave them a safe haven. Meghan even teared up on camera, talking about how much it meant that Perry believed her and validated her feelings that she was being unfairly targeted. They couldn't stop praising him, they leaned on him, and they made his role in their new life official by naming him godfather to their daughter, Lilibet. Perry was more than a friend. He was their American benefactor, a symbol that they had made it in a world far from the British monarchy. In their own story, he was their savior. But then the story took a seriously dark turn. In June 2025, the foundation of Tyler Perry's billion-dollar empire was rocked by a massive lawsuit.
He gave them a home, a private jet, an exit strategy, and now amid serious allegations, Harry and Meghan have gone silent. Harry once told Anderson Cooper silence is betrayal, so why the double standard in this scenario?
An actor named Derek Dixon, who was on Perry's shows The Oval and Ruthless, filed a complaint in Los Angeles for a staggering $260 million. The allegations are deeply disturbing. The lawsuit, running 46 pages, accuses Perry of sexual harassment, assault, battery, and professional retaliation. Dixon claims that Perry used his incredible power to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic. The complaint alleges a pattern of behavior from 2019 to 2021, right after Perry met Dixon. According to the legal filings, Perry would offer Dixon career opportunities while also making unwanted advances. The suit details several alleged incidents, including claims of groping and sexual assault at Perry's home. Dixon alleges that Perry made it clear that his character's survival on the show and his whole career was tied to how he handled their relationship.
This friendship has been incredibly beneficial for one party, and that's Harry and Meghan. Look, in Hollywood, support can shape public opinion. We've seen it with O.J. Simpson, Martha Stewart, Hugh Grant. Strategically placed loyalty can mean survival. If Harry and Meghan backed Perry, it could encourage others to do the same.
The suit claims that when Dixon resisted, his career suffered. He says this retaliation is what led him to file a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and ultimately quit the show, leaving a huge amount of money on the table. For his part, Tyler Perry has fiercely denied everything. His lawyers have called the lawsuit a scam and a shakedown, and they've promised to fight the fabricated claims with everything they've got. They're painting a picture of someone who got close to Perry just to set him up. But no matter how it ends, the damage was done. The allegations were out there, and they were toxic. As this career-threatening scandal blew up, all eyes turned to Meghan and Harry. This was their friend, their protector, Lilibet's godfather. In the fight of his life, you'd think they would rush to his side, or at least put out a statement of support, trusting the character of the man who had done so much for them. Instead, nothing, just total and complete silence. This wasn't just a passive quiet. The silence from the Sussexes' team was so loud it was described as a telling void. And as is often the case, speculation started to run wild online. Rumors began to fly that Meghan and Harry were deliberately stepping back to avoid getting hit with any of the fallout.
But instead, their silence feels like pure self-preservation. Meghan has time to post 4-year-old twerking videos and promote rosé or jam, but no time to acknowledge a man who gave her so much. The more she speaks, the louder the accusations of narcissism get.
There was even online chatter from social media users and bloggers claiming that posts and positive mentions of Perry were being quietly deleted, though this hasn't been officially confirmed. Their silence looks even worse when you put it next to their own brand. This is the couple that built their entire post-royal life on the idea of speaking your truth and fighting for what's right. Meghan bravely told Oprah about the cruelty she faced, but now she's silent about these serious claims against her friend. And Harry, who famously told Anderson Cooper that silence is betrayal, is now practicing the very thing he condemned. And people have noticed. Critics and commentators immediately started calling them out, saying their lack of support looks opportunistic and ungrateful. After building Perry up as their savior, their decision to disappear, the second he became a liability, is being seen by many as a cold, self-serving move. They didn't just go quiet, it feels like they ghosted him. So that brings us to the big question: why? Why would Harry and Meghan risk looking so disloyal?
No, she doesn't talk about charity plugs or concern about what's happening in the world right now, just brand promotion and affiliate links. Perry says he's innocent. Maybe he is, but Harry and Meghan haven't even leaked support to the press.
Yeah.
The answer, according to many insiders and experts, comes down to one thing: brand protection. Ever since they left the UK, the Sussexes have been carefully building a new brand for themselves, one based on compassion, advocacy, and doing the right thing. They've got their Archewell Foundation, their Netflix deal, and Meghan's new lifestyle brand. Being linked to a scandal involving sexual assault allegations is radioactive, and it threatens to blow up everything they've worked for. Their silence probably isn't personal, it's business, a calculated risk to protect their own fragile position in Hollywood. But this strategy might have put them in a classic lose-lose situation. As one expert pointed out, if Tyler Perry is proven innocent, their silence will be remembered as a shocking act of disloyalty, which could hurt their reputation with other powerful people. They'll be seen as the friends who bailed at the first sign of trouble. But if the allegations turn out to be true, their past closeness to him will still be a stain, and their attempt to distance themselves will just look shallow. There are also persistent tabloid rumors about their supposed growing isolation in Hollywood, with some reports even suggesting that other big names, like Oprah Winfrey, have been keeping their distance. Losing a powerful ally like Tyler Perry would be a huge blow.
A favorite Sussex pastime. I just want to say it's not the first time Harry's distanced himself from controversy. It's worth noting that he took a similar approach when it came to Prince Andrew. When Harry was duped into a phone call by two Russian YouTubers posing as climate activist Greta Thunberg, he distanced himself from Andrew and the Jeffrey Epstein scandal by saying, "I have very little to say on that, but whatever he has done,"
leaving them more exposed than ever. But there could be an even riskier element here. Some corners of the internet have been buzzing with heavy speculation about a confidentiality agreement between Perry and the Sussexes from their time at his house. It's all unconfirmed, but the theory goes like this. If they publicly turn on him, could it trigger a clause that lets Perry share what he knows? Could he be holding the ultimate receipts about their private conversations and plans from that chaotic time? This possibility, while just a rumor, adds a layer of high-stakes drama, suggesting their silence might be about more than just their brand. It could be about keeping their own secrets under wraps. So that's where things stand. A billionaire savior caught in a massive scandal. The royal couple he rescued is now nowhere to be seen. And a friendship that was once held up as a symbol of loyalty now looks like another victim of Hollywood's brutal, transactional world. Meghan and Harry are playing a very risky game. By choosing what looks like brand protection over loyalty, they risk pushing away the very people they need to make it in their new life. Their silence is speaking volumes, painting a picture of self-preservation above all else. The question now isn't if they'll have to address this, but what the fallout will be when they finally do. Will their silence save them, or will it go down as the ultimate betrayal that defines their legacy? What do you think is the real reason they're staying silent? Is it a smart move or a shocking display of disloyalty? Let us know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to keep up with this story as it develops, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.